How to supplement your vitamin D for adults. Vitamin D acts like a hormone in your body. It is now, belatedly realized, now that all the vitamin D has been incidentally stripped from your food, that vitamin D is much more than a vitamin. It permeates every organ, at least, in a healthy adult, and may be considered so important that your body has worked out an auxiliary way of replenishing its sunlight. Throughout history, until about 50 years ago, vitamin D deficiency was virtually unheard of. The typical adult got plenty in your eggs, your beef, and any other grass-fed, directly or indirectly, proteins that you consumed, including fatty fish, which ate the stuff that ate algae. We were also outdoors a lot more, even as adults. Be aware that you, like many adults, in the United States at least, may be chronically vitamin D deficient. This is due to poor uptake or lack of dietary vitamin D. It is oil-soluble, not water-soluble, and requires oil in the intestine to be absorbed. The U.S. RDA of vitamin D recently took a big jump, and many dietitians feel it is still 200 to 400% too low for optimum health. Recognize that any RDA was initially established based on what people could afford, that's right, and not what was required for their optimal health. There is an obvious lesson here, somewhere. Vitamin D levels in your blood, serum levels, also affect cholesterol metabolism. Serum levels, or what the doctor can measure, are a poor indicator of overall vitamin D saturation, however, as who isn't tempted to pop a vitamin D cap on the way to their test? Get all the vitamin D from sunlight you can. Made on the surface of your skin, it is, strangely enough, not bioavailable to your body until it undergoes two chemical conversions which a chronically poor diet will easily interrupt. It is difficult or impossible to get sufficient vitamin D solely from sunlight, especially in the winter. This is especially true at higher latitudes, where your major source of vitamin D will be dietary, at least for a considerable part of the year. The rise of sunscreen use, and the thinning of the ozone layer, are factors that should be taken into account when considering relying on this source of vitamin D. Supplement vitamin D in several ways. Primary, of course, should be natural uptake via grass-fed proteins. There seems to be an ongoing debate as to where vitamin D from sunlight should fall in here, but recognize that vitamin D is sunlight. In a sense, sunlight grows the grass that proteins eat. Then you eat the proteins. Use a good whole food vitamin as probably the best way to supplement anything dietary. While they exist in pill form, the best are powdered compounds of multiple plants, just concentrated food nutrients. While they aren't cheap, they will save you buying 20 different supplements, or more. The best ones contain over 70 ingredients, and, standing in line to buy your second $40 container, people, in a health food store, are going to be asking you what you are taking. Makes the taste worth it. This container lasts 1 to 2 weeks, and the taste of the highest quality ones is reminiscent of dead cat, and low tide? Yup, just ignore the directions. Immediately cut the dosage in half, to 1 scoop, mix with 1 ounce of water, and shoot it. Take such a supplement and depending upon your overall health beginning this regimen use at least twice a day or more for the first container. Then a minimum of once a day is recommended. At this point, your body should be telling you how much it wants. Try running out, after using it for a week, and you'll begin to understand why, for many, this container is the first, most important grocery shopping they do all week. There is no substitute, and virtually every other thing you put in your mouth will become secondary. Supplement your diet with cod liver oil. Vitamin D occurs in high levels from cod liver oil, but not fish oil, and in high-quality proteins, grass-fed. Does anybody get enough of those? Directly supplement, at least D3, the most bioactive form. Consider that it is humans who decided that you only need D3, and seek a complete supplement. Consider a whole food supplement. As adults don't get vitamin D deficient in a vacuum, you surely have other deficiencies, as well. Vitamin D deficiency alone will cause a cascade of deficiencies or poor metabolization. Cholesterol metabolism is affected, calcium uptake is affected, mood is hugely affected. If you are currently deficient, and there is an overwhelming chance that you are, taking supplemental vitamin D is going to basically feel like a B12 shot.